Hold on, bro. She ain't had it. When is that homework due?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, the first homework due is tomorrow.
Oh shit.
So is that thing?
What?
I got it.
You said we got homework tomorrow?
You see? Okay, pay attention. Class is starting, okay?
Ew.
First, cell phone policy. Okay, so I just assigned the first homework on my Econ Lab, it's due tomorrow, okay? And here is registration instructions, okay? And it's under the tab of course content, okay? So you can find the code, the course code, and on here, right? Some of you may not have the book or code yet, right? Okay?
Yeah.
But you don't have to have a code to register on my Econ Lab right now. You can register without the code. You have a grace period of 14 days to access it. But within this 14 days, you do have to purchase code and enter that code into it. Okay, but you don't have to have it right now. Okay?
Do you know we can buy the access code separate?
Yes,
You
you
can.
can buy it on
Okay.
You can buy it actually through Pearson, it's like $100.
Okay.
Are we even gonna
Yeah.
be using the book?
You don't get. All right. Any other question?
Are we gonna be using the book?
We're going to use the book. Yeah, we need book. Yeah. Other question?
This is the only book I do.
They're always gonna tell you that.
Okay, so you must.
I'll be buying books.
Did you tell me?
So it's due by midnight tomorrow?
Yes.
He comes to class and
And
he starts.
that you do not wait until the last hour to do it.
Oh, I know that much. I was just asking.
Yes, this is for everybody. Okay. So please register either tonight or early tomorrow, you know, and so you can start with the homework. And once it's due and you cannot really access to it, open it.
So that's due tomorrow at midnight?
Midnight, yeah.
Tomorrow, oh,
Is everyone clear on that?
somebody.
Register right now without code if you don't have one.
If you've already used it though, you don't have it. So like I already used it last semester, so I don't have that 14-day grace period.
You
I only
ready?
get it once.
Oh, okay.
So I already used
registered
it last
email.
semester, so I don't get it this semester.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that. So you use it for macro, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
well no, I used it for my math class last semester.
Oh,
Wait.
it's only
I
for,
should use mine.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah, you know, it's finesse.
Yeah, but
And,
saying
like,
then
you
if
do
that's the case, I already used mine too.
but it should give you a grace period for each course.
For each core?
I,
Should.
that's, you
I
know.
pray to God. 'Cause
Yeah, same. Okay.
But you got, because you have to have a different code for each course, right?
See,
So it makes sense.
Tomorrow, it's our
Okay, any other question relating to homework?
So it's due tomorrow midnight.
Any other question?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Attendance sheet?
Of course I do.
We didn't get it.
What? Oh, no, I already got it. I was about to ask her a question, man. I don't wanna answer.
Do we have some new students? Were you guys here last time? Okay, so we just announced the homework, that is first homework due tomorrow. It's on my Econ Lab, and you do have to register on my Econ Lab by tomorrow to do that, okay? Any other question? Everybody's clear, right? All right, so today we're going to start chapter 1, okay? And yesterday I sent an email to all of you, asked you to read chapter 1, right? Okay, so maybe that's what's email about. Did you get that email? Read the chapter 1? No? You
It was weird. It took me a second to figure it out because it was written in like the subject headline.
Yeah, it was, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't just subject, there was no content in it either, okay? All right, so how many of you have read chapter 1? Raise your hand. Be honest,
Oh, I don't even have mine.
be honest. That's a quarter, less than quarter, okay? So what's the reason for others? Oh, I'm
So
in the
you-
book.
Yeah, I don't have my
Book.
book either.
I have my book.
All right.
Ready?
Okay. All right. All right. So. Okay, that's okay because some of you still do not have the book, but by the end of next week you will now have this. Right? May I have your attention? May I have your attention? If you have questions, may I have? If you have questions, raise your hand. Okay. So today, and we're going to learn a few fundamental economic principles that we'll be using throughout the semester over and over again. Okay, the very first one, the very first important one. And some of you have read the book, you know what's the very first one. That was the very first important economic principle that we're going to talk about.
Opportunity cost.
Opportunity cost. Very good. Opportunity cost. So anybody remembers what is opportunity cost? Just people.
It's like whenever you give up something and then, like, say, for example, like you go to a party and you could have, like this was on the homework, you go to a party
Right.
instead of studying for a test to get a better grade, that would be the opportunity cost.
Okay, very good. Others?
You give up that.
Just what you said about like yesterday, you give up time to teach us in order to give up time, personal time to come here and teach us. What you give up in return for something else.
Okay. So the formal definition of the opportunity cost. And I'm going to say it, and you can underwrite it yourself. Okay. Opportunity cost is the best alternative that you must forego or give up in order to do what you want to do or own what you want to own. It's the best alternative that you must forego, give up in order to do what you want to do or own what you want to own. It seems very simple concept, right? However, when you apply, it will not be that simple. But let me use a very straightforward example. Just emphasize the best alternative. Okay. And what's your name? Jamie. Jamie. If Jamie is given 3 options here, just sleep during this period of time, or eat, work, or study. Let's just say, you're given these 4 options. If you don't come to today's class, which one are you going to choose?
Sleep.
Okay. We'll repeat, okay? Everybody listen to me. Okay, so we're talking about opportunity cost of coming to today's class. Sitting here for 15 minutes. What is the opportunity of that? Okay, in order to answer that question, I give you guys some options. So let's suppose if you don't come to today's class, okay, and you would utilize this time to do either sleeping, or eating, or working, making some money, or studying. Okay?
Sleep.
So what would Jamie do?
Work.
Work, making some money. Okay. What would you do?
Eat out, sleep.
You sleep. How about you?
I'd definitely be sleeping.
You would sleeping. How about you?
Me? I don't even know.
Wow.
Anything. Hooping. There we go.
Okay. You have to
I
make
know
a
sleep.
You have to make a decision.
Sleep.
Sleep. Okay. So then the question is, what is the opportunity cost for Jamie to sit here? Did you hear what she answered?
She said work.
Work.
She said working. So what's her opportunity cost?
Some
That she's
money.
making money.
What's her opportunity cost of sitting here for 15 minutes?
Oh, she's losing money.
She's losing money.
If she's sitting
The
here.
money she
If she's in here, she's not working, she's
Yeah,
losing
it's
money.
money depends on
But the
How
alternate.
would she
Okay,
work?
wait,
Because it's like
wait,
an hour
wait,
class, so she get $10.
How did she answer the question?
I
She
work.
chose working, right?
Yeah.
If she does not come here, she would work,
She
make
make
money. Okay? So that's the choice for her. So the question, what's her opportunity cost for her to come here for 15 minutes? It's working. So the answer is, Jamie's opportunity cost of sitting here for 15 minutes is working, because that's what she has given up in order to be here for 15 minutes. Oh, what's your name?
Malik.
Malik, okay. Malik's choice is sleeping, right? So what is Malik's opportunity cost of sitting here for 15 minutes? Okay. Is there anyone else that will choose a different choice? Nobody choose eating or studying? So this is a very simple example, but the things I want to emphasize here is the opportunity cost of same activity varies from one individual to another, because different individuals have different preference or a series of actions. Okay, so even though the question is saying what's the opportunity cost of sitting here, but for her, it's working. That's what she gave up. Okay, and for him, Malik, and is sleeping, and for him, is sleeping as well, right? Okay. Simple enough. This concept simple enough. I'm going to go further. Right. What is your opportunity cost of coming to UNCP to study here for 4 years? Think about it. What's your opportunity cost of coming to UNCP for 4 years and study here?
Yeah. It's true.
A lot of it.
I'm sorry.
I
Working.
was gonna say time and money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opportunity cost, definitely.
They giving up. What you giving up by coming here?
Working.
So in a way, I'm asking you what you have given up.
Yeah.
So always
that's
remember the definition. Okay, always remember the definition. What the definition says. Opportunity cost is your best alternative that you forgo you have given in order to make that action happen. So now I'm asking you, what is the opportunity cost to come to UNC Pembroke? So in a way, I'm asking you what you have given up
7.
in order to be
Peace
here
of
for
mind.
4
Oh,
years.
definitely.
Working. Money.
Working
Money.
for full time, having a job, making money, right?
For-
That is something you have given up. What else? Okay, and I want to also ask you to try to do something. Okay, when I ask a question, you give me 1 word, 2 word. Trying to construct a sentence. Try that, because it's very important. When you have interview in the future, a couple words will be not sufficient. Construct sentence with objective, subject, and word. Try that, just try. It's a practice, and it's very important practice. It helps you to formulate your thoughts better. Okay, so again, what's your opportunity cost of coming to Pembroke for 4 years?
I am losing out on working.
No, you gotta say in a sentence.
So what the
Opportunity.
The opportunity cost. The opportunity cost is working.
It's
Or
working.
not working. I don't know. You know what I mean, though?
Get it right, bro.
So you're saying you have given up, okay, this is how I rephrase what you said. What I have given up is opportunity of working
Very
and making money.
good.
Try to construct the sentence this way. Somebody else, yes, she said the same thing, right? Okay, working and making money, something else. What else? You must have given up something else as well.
Your place at home. Like personally, I gave up my room in order to come here, so my sister now has my room.
Okay, construct the sentence, try that.
I have given the opportunity cost from coming to Pembroke is giving up my comforts of home.
Very good. She has, given up the comfort of being with family members, being with friends, in order to be here. That's something she has given up. Very good. Something else. Something else.
I have given up the opportunity to watch my friends graduate.
Okay, very good. Very good. Complete sentence. Others? Others? Giving up the opportunity to work, making money, giving up the opportunity to be with family and friends, giving up the opportunity to watch somebody graduate. What else? There's so many things you have given up to be here.
Oh, giving up the opportunity to.
Complete sentence.
Oh,
Subjective, objective word. All of those in the one sentence.
I have
Good.
Giving up.
given up
The opportunity.
the opportunity. Oh, I got you. The opportunity to have home cooked meals instead of what they get.
Very good.
So,
So she said you have given up the opportunity to eat home cooking, right?
Yeah.
And maybe be healthier, right?
Yeah.
Was it like a dark cooking? It's not
I
healthy.
don't know if it comes in chicken.
Okay, maybe.
I'll eat the
That's
curry.
my opinion. Okay, others. I want to hear everybody. I want all of you to engage your mind.
I've given up the opportunity to travel.
Very good. I have given up to try one person one. Others? By the end of the day, I want to hear everybody talking.
That's a good way for you.
All right, so,
Go
okay,
ahead,
so
Krista,
if
finish
nobody's
it.
going to be answered now, I'm going to ask a harder question. You want to say something?
Sure. I was going to say that to be at Pembroke, I have given up a certain amount of current financial stability to bet on future financial stability.
Very good. Yes.
Dang.
He has given up the opportunity of being secure financially, right?
We're all broke.
Okay, anybody else? Anybody else? You guys are very active, that's good. But I want you to speak to everyone, not just your neighbor. Okay?
By coming to Pembroke, I have given up the opportunity to get ACL surgery.
Very good.
Well,
Oh man.
Others? Okay, now I'm going to ask the question reverse. Don't tell them. Hey, oh. Yes. Okay. Something about you. Control yourself. I know you want to talk, you want to chat. Discussion, no chat. Okay, so it always happened to some student that in the middle of this 4 year, they think, oh, the school is no fun. Oh, I don't get along with my classmate. I just don't feel fit here. I want to quit. Always happen to somebody. So my question is this. Whenever that thought comes to your mind, I want you to think about this. What is your opportunity cost of quitting college in the middle?
ooh, that's
Think
deep.
about it. Give yourself a few seconds. What's your opportunity cost of quitting college in the middle? After you have spent in college for, let's say, 2 years. Give you a few seconds.
You said after 2 years, I feel like money would be an
Complete sentence. Always use complete sentence. Let's try that.
the opportunity cost of being at Pembroke or leaving Pembroke for 2 years is you wasted 2 years of money that you were putting in here.
Okay. So glad you give me that answer. And and we're going to analyze what he said. Okay, so let's go back to the definition. Okay, go back to the definition of the opportunity cost. Opportunity cost says is something that you have given up or forgo in order to make that action happen, in order to do what you want to do. Okay? So you're talking about the money you have already spent, right? Right? The money, all right. So if you do not quit that college, would that money that you have spent be avoided?
Yes.
No.
Wait, you said
Repeat-
wasted or
let me repeat.
awarded?
Let me repeat it, okay, listen carefully. If you do, because here we're talking about the opportunity cost of quitting college, right? So this action we're talking about is quitting, okay? So we're going to see, look at what kind of cost relate to that action, okay? So you talk about the money you already have spent the first 2 years, right? Like meals and books, etc. Okay? If you don't quit college, would those costs be avoided? Avoided.
Avoided?
Oh.
Oh,
So whether you quit or not quit, would that change the money you have spent the first 2 years?
Well, no, but like think about it this way. Like, say you.
Okay, I know what you're
You know what
talking
I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about, but here we're talking about opportunity cost of certain action. Yes, it is something you got to concern about, but is it an opportunity cost of quitting the college?
Losing money.
Because at the end of the day, it's
It
just
is not. But I'm so glad you mentioned that, because that's something harder to think of. You know, it is something very important. When you decide to quit, you got to think about all the money, right? That is a cost, but it's not opportunity cost. I'm going to talk about what kind of cost it is. Okay, it is cost, but it is not opportunity. Very good. But did everybody hear what I said? Okay. Because that money has nothing to do with the action of quitting. That's why it is not opportunity cost of quitting the college. But is it a cost? Yes, it is cost, but it's something else. There's another term for that cost. I'm going to introduce that term.
By quitting college after 2 years, I'm giving up the opportunity for some of the jobs I could have had coming out of college that require a degree.
That's right. You give up the opportunity, internship opportunity or part-time opportunity due to the college degree. Very good. Something else? You raise your hand too?
Oh yeah, she said what I was gonna say.
Okay. What else?
By quitting college 2 years in, you sacrifice the momentum that you have.
You sacrifice what you have given up. Okay. Always put in the context of what you have given up.
You have given up the momentum that you.
Okay. What then I ask you, what would that momentum do to you? How would you benefit from that momentum? Because here we'll talk about cost, something you have given. So you have to dig deeper.
Well, if you leave 2 years in after having an amount of experience with the work that you're doing, then once you come back, things might have changed, or you might have forgotten the way that you had sunken into your habits. So the momentum that you have with your ethic and with how you study and with the way that all the courses work could very well have changed by the time you come back.
So let me rephrase what you said. So you have given up the opportunity of, you have given up the chance of continuing your study, continuing practice without training yourself and without adjusting yourself to the studying environment, studying habit. Because when you come back, you have to adjust yourself to this studying and this kind of, learning of things. So that's kind of what you're talking about. Okay? Good.
By quitting UNCP halfway through, you give up the ability to call yourself an alumni of that institution or graduate.
Okay, very good. And the alumni is very important. Okay, some of the business ventures and established because, and you both graduate from the same school. Others? ask this question, okay, is first to mention that. Hope somebody give me that answer, okay? Second, for each action, there's always two sides, benefit and cost. So, yes, there is a cost coming to college, okay, but also there's cost to quitting college. So I want you to think both ways. Every time, that's what economics about, okay? Actually, fundamentally, economics is very, very simple. It's just cost and benefit. For everything you do and every action you take, you got to think about these two sides, benefit and cost, okay? But we're going to talk about that cost. You mentioned that later, right? But I do have another couple of things I want you to think about using the opportunity cost. How much we have? All right, because I think it's a very important concept. So just now, I just give you some very simple example, but the reason we learn economics is we want to apply what we learn here outside our life, okay? So the question I want to ask you is this, okay? If you watch news, you hear about the immigration policy all the time, right? Immigration policy, okay? We could have loose immigration policy or tough immigration policy. As a practice, I want to ask you first, what is the opportunity cost to have a loose immigration policy? Let's start there first. Then I will ask you, what is the opportunity cost to have a tough immigration policy? We got to apply the concept in the current affairs, in what's going on in the world, right? So first the question is loose. What's the opportunity cost to have loose immigration policy?
Well, I would say based off what America or society says, or politically they say the opportunity cost of having a loose immigration policy or whatsoever procedure allows them to take our jobs.
Mm-hmm.
That's often what they say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
Even though I feel that's ugly.
It's good. Okay. Others? It's just, there's no wrong or right answer. I just want you to think, okay? By asking a question, you start learning, okay, that's how we should think. Use economics.
I feel like by having like a loose opportunity cost and allowing like a loose immigration policy, that with some of the jobs that a lot of people wouldn't want, a lot of immigrants end up like they take in because say it's a lot more money than they're used to ever earning. But not everybody, like nobody wants to be like a garbage man or anything like that, or a janitor. So some immigrants take those jobs, and like I guess it sort of benefits the economy too.
Opportunity cost. Let's stick with cost. But you're right. Stick with cost. So what is the cost of the loose policy?
Well, it takes away more jobs, I guess.
Good. Others?
Like she was saying, like the government basically says the opportunity cost of having a loose immigration policy would be healthcare benefits being taken away.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay.
being used for others. Well, that kind of sounds bad, but I don't mean it like it's bad.
Yes,
That's what
yes.
people say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
The opportunity cost of having a loose immigration policy is like giving up space, like we're giving up money to create more housing and things like that to accommodate all these people.
Okay, so use of the resources, right?
The opportunity cost, in my opinion, would be the investment that the government would have to put into the people.
That's right. Okay, good, very good. Here's some very nice answers. Okay, Alice? Alice? Okay, so let me ask the question reversely. What's the opportunity cost of have a tough immigration policy?
The opportunity cost of having a tough immigration policy with America to make it less diverse, and we're known for that.
And what is the consequence? That I want to dig deep. What's the consequence of having less diversity in the population? Diversity, what will come out of the diversity?
Change.
We could say what would come out of having diversity.
How would we benefit from a diversified population?
Evolution.
Different people means different minds. That's different
Learn
ideas.
different cultures.
Creativity,
Different restaurants.
innovation,
Restaurants.
okay?
Restaurants.
Perspective.
Means people who wanna come to America to learn can't do that if they're of
Yes.
different nationality.
Lose a lot of talents, right? Yes, okay. Creativity and innovation, also high and human capital. Okay, human capital means the knowledge or expertise in one owns, and that's going to be compromised.
The opportunity cost of having a tough immigration policy would also be losing jobs because of the many jobs associated with regulation for immigration and the vetting process involved with it.
Okay, yes, that will happen as well. Very good. You gonna say something?
I was gonna say, the opportunity cost to being tough on immigration will probably be possible trade relations with other countries.
Okay, very good. Yes, so the maybe strenuous foreign relations, right? Yeah, with others. Others? Very good. I hear some really good answers. Others? Okay, so the reason I ask this again, for any kind of policy, there's going to be benefit and cost, and you're going to think both ways, right? Okay, the next question I want to ask is about social media. Okay, every day you all use that, right? Spend a fair amount of time every day on social media. So my question is, what is the opportunity cost of massive use of social media in our society?
The opportunity cost of social media is giving up personal connection or face-to-face connection.
Okay, what is the opportunity cost of having massive use of social media? The cost, benefit.
She said the
No,
You
she
already
said
said
you're
it.
giving up.
Yeah, you're
Then
giving
you're
up.
giving up.
Oh, you're giving up
Yeah.
space. Okay, okay.
No, the personal connections like face to face rather than over the phone.
Okay, the
Human
face-to-face.
interaction.
Good.
Opportunity cost would be privacy. You know, on social,
Complete sentence. Complete sentence.
the opportunity cost for social massive use of social media is privacy.
The sacrifice of the privacy.
Yeah.
Yep, very good. Yes. Okay, don't worry if you have not spoken yet. I have more questions. Okay, so do you think you feel more comfortable about opportunity cost right now? Yeah. Everything has opportunity cost. There's no one action in this world that does not have opportunity cost. Okay, everything. Okay. So this is the first concept we want to cover today, and the second concept I want to cover called marginalism. Marginalism. I'm not writing definition because people has it and they can read, but the important is for you to understand. What is marginalism? Marginalism is a comparison. A comparison between marginal cost and the marginal benefit. Phone? How to answer phone?
Oh no, I gotta go.
You have to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can go. And
All right,
next
thank you.
time, if you need to leave the classroom early or come late, you need to let me know in advance.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay? Okay, so the definition of the marginalism is comparison between the marginal benefit and marginal cost that arise from single action. Single marginalism is comparison between the marginal benefit and the marginal cost that arise from a single action. In economics, marginal means additional. Every time you see marginal, you see this word in economics, it means marginal. It means additional. Additional. So it's additional comparison of additional cost and additional benefit. All right. So let me ask you, give you example and ask you this. I'm teaching this semester, I'm teaching one section of this class face-to-face, only one section. What will be my marginal cost of teaching another face-to-face section of the same class? What will be the marginal cost for me to teach another section of this face-to-face class?
You're adding more time a day that you're spending here at the school teaching?
The more time I have to spend in the classroom, I'm going to spend another 50 minutes, right? Okay, and every other day to stand here, that's something that's additional for me, right? What else?
Wait, how does the sentence go? I have to make it a complete sentence, right?
That's right, try that, try it.
What's the mold of the sentence though? Like you'd be
Okay.
adding more assignments to
The
grade.
marginal cost, what is my marginal cost of teaching another section of this class?
The marginal cost of adding an additional face-to-face class would be the extra assignments you now have to grade.
That's right. The extra time I have to spend on grading those extra class, right? Yeah, very good, thank you. Others?
Your marginal cost would be giving up office hours.
Given small office hours, right? Yeah. If I do need more office hours, yeah. Good. Others?
Your marginal cost would just be forfeiting your own.
The more time I spend in the extra class preparing. Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you this. To teach this class, even I've been teaching this course for 9 years. 9 years. It's been a long time. I do have to prepare every time I teach because I new materials. I change the methodology, the teaching method a little bit. So what do you think about my preparation time, my preparation effort into teaching this course? Would that be considered as marginal cost of teaching another section of this class?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
You're
No.
giving it more time.
You change your mind? It's good to change. No?
No.
No, why?
Because it's
Oh,
the same
yes.
class.
Because no matter I teach another section or not, I got to prepare anyway. So this preparation time, this effort that occurred to me, have nothing to do with the teaching that section or not. It's going to happen no matter what, right? So that go back to the money we're talking about. Spend first couple of years, right? No matter you're quitting the college or not, the money you spend first couple of years already happened. Cannot be recovered. So the amount of time I spend preparing to this class already happened. No matter I teach another section now, that cannot be recovered. Right? Whether I teach another section now. Even I teach, I don't teach that. I still have to prepare, right? I still have to set up the, the online homework, stuff like that. So what do we call that cost? The time I spend on preparing the course. What do we call that? That's non-marginal. What do we call that? We call that sunk cost. Sunk cost. It's a cost that already have happened and have nothing to do with your future action. No matter you're going to take that future action or not, that cost cannot be avoided. That's what sunk cost. So sunk cost has nothing to do with the action we're talking about, but the marginal cost has everything to do with that action. Okay? So that's the difference. cost then? Answer the 215, right? 215, okay. Now I want you to give me an example that involves marginal cost. Give me an example that has marginal cost concept.
Marginal cost can also be things that are beneficial, correct?
Yes, it could, that would be marginal benefit, that's okay.
So, depending on if you were paid by salary or by wage, it could be marginally beneficial to each another person.
Yes, so the marginal benefit, I mean currently, my marginal benefit teaching another section class is 0.
Okay.
Okay, but let's say if they do offer us, let's say overload pay, then, I will be, yes. But right now, if I offer teaching that section, it's basically do it. All right, others, but it's good example. Others, give me an example. There's plenty of examples of marginal cost. Okay, give you a context first. Owning a pet. A lot of you own a pet, or a lot of your families, own a pet. So what is the cost? What's the sum cost there?
Would the sunk cost be like adopting the pet and the fees, and the marginal cost be like the upkeep, like buying food, beds, anything else?
Yes. The longer you own, the longer you have to feed the dog, and the regular shots, right? Others? Okay, Julie, simple some examples.
I'm still confused on opportunity cost and marginal cost, like what the difference is. So I feel like
That's a very good question. But that's put into context. Sometimes marginal cost could be opportunity cost.
That's why I'm
Sometimes
confusing
can be
it.
different.
Yeah.
Sometimes can be different. We can only differentiate these two when we look at one specific example. So give us example, then I will tell you whether that is opportunity cost or marginal cost. It's good, very good question.
You want me to give you an example?
Wait, what are we doing?
Is my English that bad?
Nah.
Okay, she just raised a good question. What's the difference between opportunity cost and marginal cost? So I asked her, give us a specific example, any one of you, give us a specific example. And by analyzing the example, I can tell you what the opportunity cost and
Okay,
marginal cost is.
like sleeping in an extra hour or going to the gym. So by sleeping in,
So you're deciding whether you're going, for the next hour, whether you're going to go to the gym or you're going to sleep in. So what you're going to do the next hour, right? Okay. Okay, very good question. So I want
Would the opportunity cost be time?
So she's trying to decide what to do next hour, okay? And when you try to make that decision, what you do is you have plenty of choices, right? You can go to the gym, you can sleep, you can eat, you can do the homework, you can do a lot of things. But then somehow you just decide, I'm going to go to the gym. Okay? You're going to go to the gym. So how did she make that decision? How did she make that decision? So underlying that decision making, what's happening in there?
so then cost benefits.
That's right. It's comparison which cost and which benefit. First, among all activities, sleeping, eating, or exercise, working, for each activity, there is marginal benefit coming out of that. Okay? For me, it's still mine. All right?
There you go.
Get your money's worth.
So even though you don't realize that, what you're comparing is you're comparing the marginal benefit of all those activities. What's unconsciously you think, okay, what's my marginal benefits compared to marginal benefit going to gym, compared to marginal benefit of you chose the one that gives you the highest marginal benefit. Okay? So if you listen carefully the way I analyze it, there is a marginal concept involved, right? But also there is opportunity cost involved, because when you decide to choose to go to gym and you give up the opportunity cost of the sleeping, right? So there is this trade-off going on, but while you're doing this trade-off, you're also comparing the marginal benefit. So both concepts. Okay, so this is actually a very good example, because there's very few examples you can use both concepts, but in this one you can use both. Okay, so either you can think of this opportunity cost way, or you can think of this marginal benefit marginal cost.
Say if, okay, so the marginal benefit of buying a new car to replace your old one is now it's very reliable, you don't have to worry, you shouldn't have to worry about it. But the opportunity cost is now you're in debt.
You have to pay more money.
Yeah, you have to pay money now. So now you have loans, and then you get to pay those back. Before you didn't have any.
Okay, okay. So you can either say that is opportunity cost, and also it will be the marginal cost. Okay, so basically you have a marginal benefit here. You have this benefit here of.
You got a new car.
Right, right. It's cheaper, and you're gonna get more enjoyment out of it. That's benefit side, and the cost side is you got to pay more, right? So in this example here, and you can use marginalism. You are comparing the margin benefit margin cost arising from the single action of purchasing, right? And also you can say, okay, you know, what's the cost of owning a used car? What's the opportunity cost of owning a used car? And what is the opportunity cost of owning and having a new car? So there is the opportunity cost there as well. But when you make this decision, you are using the marginalism to make the decision. You are comparing the marginal benefit and marginal cost. Yeah. But when I analyze the cost, there is opportunity cost involved.
How? Like, where's he using the opportunity cost? If he's buying a new car, where's he using it? What's he giving up?
Giving up.
Money
If he's
he
buying a
could
new
have
car.
used somewhere else.
Exactly.
What'd you say?
The money he could have used on something else.
Okay.
But wouldn't the marginal cost be the additional money he will have to fork out each month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's going in debt.
So how would
It's
that?
marginal and
Wouldn't that be
opportunity.
both?
It's both.
It's
Yeah.
both.
It is
both.
both. It is both. Yes.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What situation is it not gonna be both?
Yeah.
Then they go hand in hand.
Fun one. It's not going to be easy, but fun one. If it's some cost there, what he mentioned about the couple, if we're talking about going to the college, okay? That action, if we're talking about just that decision, actually, there's no marginal cost there, and there's no opportunity cost there. Because the action they're taking in college has nothing to do with the money they already spent. So that would be something that is neither marginal cost or opportunity cost, but it's